Hey there, and welcome to V4 World, your ultimate destination for cutting-edge business and financial updates. Today we've got a jam-packed video breaking down the latest trends and key developments that will impact both businesses and investors. Whether you're looking to diversify your portfolio or stay ahead of global shifts, this video is packed with insights to guide you. Let's dive in. Gold has recently hit a new record high of $3,148.88, marking an increase of over $500 since the beginning of 2025. This surge has been driven by growing safe haven demand as markets react to the uncertainty surrounding global trade and inflation fears. In 2024, global gold demand surged to 4,741 tons, marking a 10% increase compared to the previous year, according to the World Gold Council. Gold is up 22% from last year, and investors are flocking to this precious metal as inflationary pressures remain high and global geopolitical risks loom large. Recommendation: if you're looking to safeguard your portfolio against economic turbulence and inflation, consider adding gold ETFs or investing in physical gold. Historically, gold has outperformed other assets during times of market instability. It's a great way to hedge against potential downturns. While the overall profits of the Pakistan Stock Exchange, PSX, fell by 1% in 2024, the banking sector has been a standout performer. Here's a breakdown of the key numbers. PSX profits: 1.62 trillion rupees in 2024, down from 1.64 trillion rupees in 2023. The decline was mostly attributed to fluctuating energy prices and slower global demand. Banking sector. The sector saw an impressive 6% increase in profits, with 593 billion rupees in earnings, contributing 37% of the total KSE 100 profitability. Exploration and production, E&P. Excluding E&P companies, the profitability of KSE 100 companies rose by 8% in 2024. Recommendation: focus on the banking and energy sectors for your investments. Banks are capitalizing on net interest income, while E&P companies are benefiting from higher energy prices and government incentives. Starting April 1st, the National Highway Authority, NHA, has raised toll taxes by 15% to 50%. A direct result of higher road maintenance and infrastructure development costs. This is the second toll increase in just a few months, following a previous increase in January 2025. Transportation costs in Pakistan are expected to rise by 5% to 10% for businesses reliant on road transport, particularly those in e-commerce, logistics, and manufacturing sectors. Recommendation: optimize your logistics by exploring alternative routes or even considering rail transport for certain deliveries. Businesses should also focus on fuel efficiency and fleet management to mitigate the increased transportation costs. As Starlink is set to begin operations in Pakistan, its arrival is expected to shake up the local telecom sector. Here's a closer look at the potential impact. Starlink's premium pricing. Initial services are expected to cost around $99 per month, which is more expensive than traditional fiber internet services. The service will initially cater to remote and rural areas where fiber networks are either limited or non-existent, potentially benefiting over 20 million people who lack reliable internet access. Pakistan's internet penetration in rural areas is around 30%, leaving a significant market gap for Starlink to tap into. Recommendation: if you're in a rural area or remote region, Starlink could be your best option for reliable internet access. Remittances to Pakistan surged to a record $3.5 billion in March 2025, representing a 15% month-on-month increase. Here's why this matters. The UAE and Saudi Arabia have been the top contributors, with 56% of remittances coming from the UAE and 34.6% from Saudi Arabia. The cumulative remittances for FY25, from July to February, amounted to $23.96 billion, marking a 32.5% increase compared to the same period in FY24. These inflows have provided a much-needed cushion for Pakistan's foreign exchange reserves, easing the pressure on the Pakistani rupee. Pakistan's maize exports have dropped dramatically, with some countries seeing a zero export volume due to government policy inefficiencies and lack of technical expertise. In Q1 2025, exports fell by over 90% compared to the same period in 2024. Countries like China, Saudi Arabia, and Vietnam saw significant drops in maize imports from Pakistan. These declines reflect broader issues in the agriculture sector, such as inadequate quarantine inspections and phytosanitary certification delays. Recommendation: agriculture businesses should prioritize quality certifications and engage in public-private partnerships to improve production standards. Adapting to international export regulations will open new markets for Pakistani agriculture. The U.S. has escalated tariffs on China, which could have a global ripple effect. China's exports to the U.S. now face a 54% tariff, making it harder for Chinese products to compete in the U.S. market. The EU and Pakistan will likely face reciprocal tariffs, with Pakistan's exports to the U.S. seeing a 29% tariff hike. Global supply chains will be impacted, especially in industries like electronics, textiles, and automotive parts. Pakistan's CPI inflation has dropped to 0.7%, the lowest in over 30 years. This disinflationary trend suggests a slowdown in rising prices, but what does it mean for businesses? Lower inflation could lead to stabilized input costs for manufacturers, which could translate to lower production prices in the near future. This provides an opportunity for long-term investment planning, particularly in fixed-income assets and consumer goods. The KSE 100 index surged to an all-time high of 118,938.11 points, marking a 0.96% increase. Here's why. Government relief packages and power tariff reductions have spurred investor confidence. Investors are also seeing opportunities in the energy and industrial sectors, particularly with the Power Relief Initiative. Diversifying into energy and infrastructure is a smart move in this current market. Subscribe to V4 World to stay updated with actionable tips and strategies that can help you navigate the complex world of finance and business. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only. Always conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making investment decisions.